Hello.
Hey.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the last episode of Besterday of 2016.
OMG.
We made it. This is the podcast on the Fuse Network where nostalgia reigns supreme. I'm Emilee.
And I'm Bianca.
And we're 90s babies. Yes, Besterday is the podcast where we reminisce on the songs that had your heart, the movies that made you laugh, and everything pop culture from the 80s to the early aughts. So, think things like Amanda Bynes and Frankie Muniz starring in movies together.
Teen Nick.
Yeah. And Nick at Night.
Oh, yeah, my faves.
Mambo No. 5.
Classic.
Limited 2 and their epic fashion.
Oh, my God. I used to shop there all the time.
Yes.
When I was a tween.
With the flowers on the shirts.
Yeah,
and
so
I
cute.
always wanted it, and my mom never took me there.
Aw.
Tamagotchis, Warheads, and of course, I had to say Shake Your Tail Feather.
Classic song.
Classic. Before we get started, make sure you're tagging #Besterday on Twitter and Instagram if you want to talk to us. And make sure to send us suggestions, give us 5 stars on iTunes, and follow us on Twitter at Emilee Lindner and at Bianca and Rogue.
Woo.
So let's get started, people. My home slices. Let's do
Home skillet biscuits.
this. So first of all, we're going to start off with this week in history. Things that have happened, in the past, and we're celebrating anniversaries this week. So first up is Psy's Gangnam Style was the first video to hit 1 billion views back in 2012.
That is crazy. I remember when that whole madness started in pop culture. Like, it just took over everything.
He was just in our faces.
Yeah, all the time. He was on every talk show, every video on YouTube, all on Twitter, all on Facebook. You can never escape Psy.
Everybody was parroting it. Yeah. YouTube was Gangnam Style or Gangnam Style.
I think it's Gangnam Style, yeah.
Maybe we should get our K-pop specialist, Jeff, on this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
But, it was inescapable. And I think recently the video actually hit 2 billion views. And he tried to follow that up with
Gentleman, yeah.
And I think that hit 1 billion views too.
He's always winning.
He's always winning. So, congratulations to Psy on that anniversary. We also have a more throwback one, Madonna's Like a Virgin single.
Like a virgin.
Oh! Touched for the very first time. Whoa.
Love it.
Her single was #1 for 6 weeks back in 1984 around this time.
Pop queen.
So gotta give her a nice shout out for that. Pop queen.
My God, I'm so hot. Guys, the room that we're filming in is like 100 degrees.
We really should have thought this over before we started. Maybe this will make you hot too. Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld does not make me hot.
Oh, okay. Just thought I'd try it out. Seinfeld announced its end back in 1997, ending its long run and very successful show, which is syndicated all over the place and people still watch, and it's still very, very relevant.
Yeah, I never really understood the hype around Seinfeld. It's not my type of show.
Because it's a show about nothing.
Basically, and I want to watch a show about something.
You need some plot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need some storyline, some character development,
Yeah, and basically Seinfeld is just like George being annoyed by something or trying to be really entitled about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then but it's I think the humor comes in that it's just so ridiculous how actually terrible these characters are, which we're seeing a lot of lately too,
it's true.
The love to hate characters.
Yeah.
So but they're also really relatable.
Because I feel like you could be like, oh, I know a coworker like this, or I know someone in my family,
or myself.
Yeah, myself.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a sad time, but I feel like Seinfeld never really ended.
No, it's still reigning supreme.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And then also we have anniversary for Scream, which turned 20 yesterday.
I can't believe it's that old.
Scream. That's all the commentary I'm going to say about that because I haven't seen the movie.
You never seen Scream?
I'm sorry.
Wait, are you not a horror movie fan? Or
not really. No, especially back when I was younger.
Yeah.
I I was 6 when this came out. So I just it was too scary.
I of course didn't watch it when it was out because I was a child, but I watched it when I was older, and I was like, oh, this is such a great movie because I love horror films.
Oh, okay.
And Wes Craven is like the OG horror director. So.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it seems like a classic one.
It is. It's such like that movie kind of set the precedent for like new millennium like horror movies. Like they all like take references from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of person that like has to have all the lights off and like really freak yourself out, or do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't think I've ever watched a horror movie with the lights on. I have to like set the tone.
Yeah, because you can't just like half-ass it. You have to go all in.
You have to go all in.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
All right, so we are going to jump right into today's news, and starting off with just something that I am so excited about. Ashlee Simpson is releasing new music in 2017, y'all. Get ready.
I can't believe it, honestly.
I've
been waiting for this moment.
I've been waiting for this moment for like 7, 8 years. Like, girl, it has been time. Like, I know you've had kids, you got married twice, but you know, now it's time. Time for new music. And she said that her and her husband, Evan Ross, who is Ayanna Ross's son, they're going to be creating new music, and then she's going to put out a solo project. Mm-hmm. So it's two things coming.
I could see their joint album being like really good.
Oh, for sure. I could feel like it could be like disco pop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope that if they bring a little Diana into the project, be so fun. I could see it being so fun because she always had that attitude. Mm. And I think disco was that's what it was all about, you know? Yeah. So I'm pumped. Woo!
Woo, go Ashlee.
Go Ashlee, because we both know that like the first album was
iconic. Yes, I'm using the word iconic for Ashlee Simpson.
Hope we don't get any backlash. And if you do give us backlash, then you're banned from this podcast. Never listen.
Sorry, not sorry.
Here we are trying to get listeners, and then like you can't listen. And then I know that you're a big fan of like all of her other albums too, and you actually wrote a list on Fuse.
I wrote a freaking deep cuts list of Ashlee Simpson because everyone needs to know her musical greatness.
Yeah, I mean, some of you might not even know that Ashlee Simpson has some deep cuts, but they indeed are there, and Bianca has provided them for you.
I'm here to school the people.
Yeah, I'll make sure to link to that in our post. What else we got?
All right, so How I Met Your Mother spinoff is in the works for the second time. I feel like it's kind of unnecessary at this point.
Yeah, I just think that. Well, it didn't work out the first time. The first time it was supposed to be with like Greta Gerwig, and it was like How I Met Your Dad.
Yeah, yeah. And with Meg Ryan doing the voice role. Yeah,
exactly. And CBS they passed on it. I think because the original show creators like didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And then this time they got like a whole new other people in there, and they're gonna try again. Okay. And this time it's with the writers from This Is Us, which is like a really popular show on that network. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. But like you said, I don't know, if it doesn't work the first time, maybe it's not going to happen again. But it went so far last time where they actually like filmed the pilot and everything. So maybe if they get enough support behind it, like fans seemed excited about it the first time, but maybe if there's a lot of like rallying support, maybe they'll go for it this time.
Right. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. All right, next up, yet another reboot.
You seem so exhausted.
I know, I am. Guys,
another
it's like
reboot.
I'm so tired of these reboots. Guys, one of my 2016 lists was all the things that need to stay in 2016, and the biggest one was reboot announcements. I'm so tired of them.
Yes.
Despite me loving everything nostalgia, like it gets very annoying.
Yeah, because it's nice to keep things in the past and just remember them how they were.
Just cherish it. Like,
except for Ashlee Simpson. She can come back.
Yeah, like that's fine. But everything else.
Everything else can stay.
All right. So Bryan Cranston, he teased that a Malcolm in the Middle movie could possibly happen in the future.
Great.
And I guess that's exciting. I don't know.
That's really exciting for me. I know that.
Were you a huge fan of the show?
Watched it like every single day after school. It was my mom's favorite show. She thought it was so hilarious. She loved the mom. Funny.
I wasn't like I wasn't like a dedicated watcher, but I would see it like off and on. And, like what I watched was like super hilarious.
Yeah.
But
It's really fun. It's just really smart and like quick-witted, and I think it spoke to a lot of people because like it was just so like, you know, three brothers, or actually I think they had four brothers,
Yeah.
and like the mother just completely exhausted all the time, and like it's the classic sitcom thing where it's like the husband's like kind of dopey sometimes,
Yeah.
just like Modern Family, just like The Simpsons.
It's funny to see like how all these themes like reoccur in TV over and over again.
And it's just like the mom struggling with like all these
with all these testosterone around her.
Yeah. But it should be interesting if this thing actually does come back, because Bryan Cranston is a huge star now. Like he's got movies. Breaking Bad made him a completely different character.
Yeah, right.
He was such a Dumbo in Malcolm in the Middle.
And then Breaking Bad, he was such a villain. So it'd be interesting to see him like return to comedy.
Yeah, that should be really good. The mom went on to do The Middle, which is basically like Malcolm in the Middle Part 2. And Frankie Muniz races cars now.
Does he really? That's his expertise?
Yeah, he doesn't act anymore, and he just races like foreign cars.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, good for him. But seeing a return to the screen for Frankie would be huge, I think, because that is nostalgia at its peak.
Oh, for sure.
When someone actually steps away and then comes back,
it's like, whoa,
what's gonna happen?
All right, okay, you're making me more excited about this now.
Nice.
Okay. All right, and yet another reboot news. Zach Braff, he is down to do a Scrub reboot series. And he says he wants to do it because he's low-key jealous about, like, the Fuller House and Gilmore Girls comebacks. He's like, oh, Scrubs could do that, too.
But Scrubs went on for way too long.
9 seasons. Like, anybody got time for that?
Maybe, like, he should just let it go. Scrubs was a really good show.
Yeah,
it really was.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, and every time I watch it, I still crack up. But the storylines got so played out because there was only a certain number of characters. So, like, they were all, like, dating each other and then not dating each other. It's like New Girl, where they just, like, all the characters date each other. Or How I Met Your Mother, you know?
Yeah. Or, like, Gossip Girl.
Yeah. And it's like there's only so many love
like interests
pairings that you can make, and that's kind of what happened with Scrubs, I think. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just keep this one in the past.
I think he's gonna be working on another movie, so that's good.
Yeah, he's working on a movie with Alan Arkin. What's his name? Oh, hold on. It's like a comedy movie, and it's like all these Oscar-winning actors playing like these older people.
Oh yeah, it's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake, and it's so weird to see them. Like Morgan Freeman's gonna be in it too.
Yeah,
and like they're all playing like elderly folks who try to rob a bank. But it's like it's weird because like they are Academy-winning guys, and just to see them being like so comedic is very funny.
Yeah, I love when those Oscar winners are just like
so
very
fun.
veteran actors. Yeah, take on just the goofiest roles, because sometimes you just need a break from being serious all the time.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, that should be good. That reminds me of that that one movie with like John Travolta and all the other old dudes. There's just like it's like a recurring trope where just like old people doing crazy young people things. Whoa. Let's see what happens.
I mean,
all
it
the
works.
money, all the dollars. It works, you're right. Yeah.
All right, and lastly in today's news, Yugioh, another anime series is coming to TV very soon. And it's going to be the 6th series in the entire franchise. And I am very excited about this because I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan than a Pokemon fan.
Wait, is that for real?
Yeah.
So I thought you were huge on Pokemon.
I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh
and
fan.
now you're telling me that you're more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan?
Did I deceive you?
Yeah, I didn't know this part of you.
Yeah,
I'm seeing you differently now.
I love Pokemon. Like I had all the cards. My brother and I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh like way more often. And I watched all the shows like when it was on. I think it was on Cartoon Network. And yeah, that was my jam.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to watch like the new shows?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Because I love, like, cartoons, so that would be cool to bring back some memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel all warm and fuzzy.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever Yugioh makes you feel.
It makes you feel, like, very confident and, like, ready for battle.
Inspiring.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when I go to Long Island this weekend for Christmas, I'm sure my brother still has, like, a stack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in his room. Yeah.
You could take it back.
I probably am. All right, guys. So we have 2 huge anniversaries this week. First up is Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, turns 15 years old today. And I'm a big Nickelodeon fan, as you guys all know. And this movie, the movie came before the TV series. They're supposed to make a show before. Because the creator, he made a pilot. And then he pitched it. And they're like, no, let's make a movie first. And then see how that reaction is. And then we'll make a TV series out of it.
That's usually the opposite.
Yes,
well, not all
usually-
the time, but
Yeah,
interesting.
but I don't know. I just love, like, wacko, like, alien movies. So basically, Jimmy Neutron, he is obviously a boy wonder. And
So smart.
Yeah. That's why his head is so huge. But he takes a communication satellite to this planet called Yocus, which has because he wants to find aliens. But the aliens find his scheme, like, they're like, we're not going to let you do that. And then they go to planet Earth and be like, okay, we know your plan. We're going to take all the adults and say that they're on vacation in Florida. Little did the kids know the parents went back to planet Yocus and they're stuck there. So Jimmy Neutron and his friends try to rescue all the parents from the alien land.
And what happens?
Well, they're successful.
They're doomed forever.
But yeah, that's basically Bianca's, like, 10-second storyline of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He really was just a big-headed cartoon boy.
He's so brilliant.
He's just so smart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, love it.
Yeah.
I have a question though.
Okay.
If the show is turning 15, how old does that make Jimmy Neutron, the character, the person, the man himself?
I don't remember, how old was he?
I would say he's probably like, I don't know, 12.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't a teenager yet. Yeah, I would say like between 10 and 12.
But he wasn't quite, a young boy.
No.
He was he could be like that child prodigy that starts college really early.
Yeah.
I mean, was he in college? I don't know.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know anything about the show. So
he was just crazy smart.
So what is that? So that makes him, so he was like, okay, so he's like 27 now.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's up to.
No, maybe he married Cindy and they had, like, genius babies.
Oh, I really hope so.
Yeah.
Mazel tov to them if that happened.
All right, so we're going to talk about another exciting anniversary, Gwen Stefani's The Sweet Escape.
Excellent
Yes,
album.
our sophomore album turns 10 years old. Oh my gosh.
So good. Like,
It's amazing.
apparently, I guess it was like a bunch of leftover songs from Love Angel Music Baby.
I actually prefer LAMB over The Sweet Escape.
Me too.
But The Sweet Escape has better ballads, I would say.
Yeah.
But just overall, her first album is just, like, untouchable.
Yeah. I was reading some of the reviews, and I think Rob Sheffield from Rolling Stone said that it had, like, the same vibe and the same feel as Lamb, but it didn't have the same energy. It seemed like she was kind of tired, and
yeah, I mean, I think she was pregnant during recording.
Yeah.
So she probably didn't have enough energy as she did for the first album.
yeah, and plus, like, I don't know, I think it was kind of, like, hasty to jump back into it. I think that if she maybe took more time. See, I can't even say that because she took way more time for this album that came out this year. She took 10 years.
I know.
After The Sweet Escape. Like, The Sweet Escape, she was like, okay, done.
Like, okay, guys, I'm going to go back with No Doubt real quick, take a break, and then maybe I'll come
Deal
back.
with my personal dramas.
Oh, Lord.
Date Blake Shelton,
Yeah.
and then I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe she would have taken more time. But, like, actually, The Sweet Escape, like, I don't know. It's a decent album. Like, it's just not maybe she could have taken more time on it, but I don't know.
But for what it is, it
is.
has a lot of great songs. It's not as cohesive as the first album, but the songs that are strong, they're really strong.
Yeah, let's run through the singles.
All right, you ready?
So the first one was Wind It Up, right?
Wind Up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was definitely very, you know, had the beat of like Hollaback Girl.
Yeah,
it definitely
for sure.
carried on
with like the
Love
sound
Angel
of
music.
freaking music. Like it was such a strange mashup.
Yeah. Who thinks of those things?
I don't know. Gwen Stefani.
That is the genius that is her, and to see her her solo music is like so different from No Doubt, which I love too.
Yeah.
So you get two different sides of her. The second single was
The Sweet Escape.
The Sweet Escape with
Yeah.
Akon. You could, speaking of escape, you could not escape that song.
It was on radio every minute. Like
it was so annoying.
Like woohoo.
But so it,
woohoo.
like listening to music back, you know, now 10 years later. Wow, I still can't believe it's 10 years. Listening back 10 years later, that song is just, it just feels good. You know,
it's very summery and vibrant.
So summery. And Akon was on there, you know.
I know when he was in his peak
when he was in his peak before he was like super problematic.
Yeah. And like misogynist and all that.
Yeah. His name is actually written like carved in the concrete outside my apartment building for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know why. Fun fact. Just says Akon outside my apartment. I'm like, Akon? I didn't know you lived in Brooklyn. Yep. Yeah, that song is so fun. And then the other few singles you're going to have to help me out.
Oh, yeah.
So
there was 4 in the Morning. That was a ballad.
Oh, yeah.
And then also Early Winter. I love that song. That was a ballad as well. Those are like very like 80s synth poppy ballads. Yeah. And then now that You've Got It was a promo single. And I think Yummy was also a promo single as well.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha.
she had a lot of songs coming out from this album.
Yes, she definitely did. I have some trivia for you.
All right. Bring it on.
Because why not? What a better way to learn about something that was such a big part of our lives.
Yeah.
That maybe, this is the thing, maybe when we were younger, we just listened to it for the music, really, which is what most of America does.
Yeah, but now that we actually work in the industry and like we're writers, we analyze it so much more.
Yeah, and know so many more details. But also I feel like people now know so much more about the making of the music because they have the internet.
Exactly.
And we didn't have the really, well, we did back in 2006.
But we weren't on it like crazy like that.
Yeah, and I guess they had like behind the music and stuff on VH1, but you know what? I don't think they made a behind the music for the greatest Sweet Escape. So here we go.
Okay.
Who convinced Gwen to make this second album?
Was it Tony Canal?
No.
Was it Pharrell?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Pharrell because she had so many leftover songs from Lamb, and she was going to make it into an EP. Or like a tour DVD or something like that. And Pharrell was like, actually, you could probably turn all of this into, you know, another album.
There you go.
Thank God he did. Okay. Bonus question.
Okay.
Which song does Pharrell feature on?
Yummy.
Yes.
I'm feeling yummy head to toe.
That is also like Hollaback part 2.
Because like she like sing raps and let me check my itinerary. I'm all right. Okay, I'll stop singing. I love that song.
No, I love when you sing. I think their pairing together is just one of the best.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Although last year, I think they tried to make it happen. Baby Don't Lie or...
what was that song that she was like... It was like weird sing rappy. Hold on, let me...
it's going to kill me, but...
okay, I'll get back to it. I'm going to find it in my head.
It still felt good, but it wasn't exactly like a comeback single, and it wasn't a bop for radio.
It wasn't a bop.
So, but I still think, I really think that they should actually keep making music, or maybe
they're
not.
a great pairing, I think.
Maybe the part of me is just like nostalgic for them together, like their peak.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. The album cover image was inspired by Michelle Pfeiffer's character in which movie?
Scarface. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
You got this. Very good. Yeah, it's like her with that blonde bob, very shiny
and like
hair.
the 70s aviators.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the song is called Spark the Fire.
Spark the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, that was a good song.
It was, yeah.
And people were really excited about it because I think he debuted it on stage. They did it on
They
stage
did it on
together.
stage first, and they dropped the music video like a few months after.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like somehow didn't make it to the album because like she decided the album was going to be like a more breakup-y type thing. Which was cool. Okay, so I think, well, you already said this.
Wait, what? What'd I say?
Where did Gwen get the sample used in Wind It Up?
Oh, yeah, from The Sound of Music.
Do you remember the name of the song?
Oh, man. And it's like one of the big songs of the musical, too. Oh, my God. I'm not going to remember it. No, I don't remember. What was the name of it?
The Lonely Goat Herd.
Wait, really? I thought it was like one of the big songs for the movie. Whatever.
It's very yodel-lady.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think Gwen Stefani is the only person to have yodeled in a song, in a top 40 song before.
Probably, yeah.
Might have to do some research on that one, though. Let us know, hashtag Besterday, if you know your favorite yodeling
Top
pop
40
stars. All right. Yeah, okay. Well, that ends trivia.
Oh, I actually did pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah,
Yay.
you did. You got like 3 out of 4.
Perfect.
Well, or 4 out of. You know what? Let's just give them all to you.
Yay.
Why not? Yeah, it's actually cool that like Tony, like you were saying, Tony Cannell, her No Doubt bandmate, was like part of the process. I think that's cool because sometimes when pop stars go solo, I think there's a lot of resentment from the rest of the group.
Yeah, but like her bandmates were so supportive.
Yeah,
they even showed up to one of her tour dates too, and they performed like classic No Doubt songs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad because you have to realize sometimes when you're in a group that everybody has their own styles, their own individuality, and you have to seek that. Same thing with what we're saying with Camila and
I was
Harmony.
gonna say, are you shading with Harmony right now?
No, I just like it's an interesting parallel that I just thought about because, you know, that is very tense right now. But like Camila said in her statement, she's like, you got to find what makes your heart pound.
Yeah,
and that's Gwen did that. You know, she
did.
was that rock star girl. And then she was like, actually, I want to go be a fashion designer and I want to make pop music.
Yeah, and she killed like every lane that she took.
She really
awesome.
did. She really did. She's
Go
great.
Gwen.
Yes. It's time for our song of the week.
All right. All right, this is such a... I always have random ones, but I listen to like this 90s, 2000s, of course, playlist on Spotify. And it was on shuffle, and Nickelback's How You Remind Me came on, and I was like, wait, this song was actually really good. And usually like I skip Nickelback, but I kept it on, and I was like jamming in my head at my desk. I was like, this song is actually really good.
That song is really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care if we lose listeners for this either.
No, it's a good song. And then like I tweeted that, and I got so much support. I was so happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and people were like, oh yeah, girl, it's a bop. Like that's their best song ever. I was like, yes, you guys get me. Thank you for not judging.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing because usually people are just so mean about it.
Yeah.
So like unnecessarily mean, and I think it's because people are too lazy to think of other examples of music that is actually bad. That people just it's
That's
their
harp
go-to.
on Nickelback, but they actually have decent songs.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like they're a top selling band for a reason. Like Avril Lavigne once famously said in their defense, you know, they sell out and they sell albums for a reason because
people like it.
Their melodies are just like so creative.
Yeah, and like Chad's voice is just so powerful.
His raspy masculinity. I agree with you. That is a really good song of the week, and I love that you said that. Mine is not as mine. I just thought of because we were talking about Ashlee Simpson, but I like Autobiography because it's like the song from her self-titled, or not self-titled. It's
her debut album.
The name of the debut album, But that one, I think, as far as like pop melodies go, is really good too. But it also had that little bit of rock, punk edge.
You think you know me?
I know you do. You think you
Word
know
on the
me?
street is that you do. You want my history. What others tell you won't be true. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like that just embodied my entire like 13-year-old life.
Yeah,
that
you think
whole
you
song.
know me, but if you really want to know me, just ask me.
Yeah,
myself.
don't go around other people, you know, cut the drama.
Cut the drama. And that's what Ashlee is all about.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to end this podcast.
Oh, for sure.
You know what? I just want to say to everyone, happy holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate.
Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa to everybody.
Yeah, and Happy New Year when it comes. And yeah, this has been a fun ride, guys. Thanks for listening to us and putting up with our incredible singing.
Yes, obviously incredible. And we'll see you in 2017.
See you on the flip side.
Bye.